Hey guys, Mark from Park Flyers. Today we're looking at a Granite Grom fully modified. Now the Granite Grom, as we know, comes only brushed. So we have a lot of clients that actually have requested that we make this brushless, and I've done a couple of them. I feel like this version of it, I felt like I was compelled to make a video because of how good it came out and how good it drives. At Park Flyers RC, we do a lot of custom builds for customers, and the thing is, every build that we do, we keep making it better and better, and that's what makes this so interesting. When I do cars, they are always getting better. I personally get much better at tuning as I go, and this is definitely the best Granite Grom that I have ever done. It is absolutely incredible. Now, typically, these little small cars, short wheelbase, and they're basically small and light. A lot of them kind of like do the thing where they kind of, you put a brushless motor in them and they just basically like do premature wheelies where they'll just flip within their own diameter, or you'll just drive them around and they'll roll over pretty easy. So we actually tune this car so it actually would not do that. It doesn't pull aggressive wheelies and it doesn't roll over. It's extremely flat in its handling. That's due to the tuning that we did, and we're going to go over that in a minute. And then the tires that we used, and also the gearing. So we put in an Eco Power. It's an Electron brushless motor. It's 4,600 kV. It comes with its own speed control. These are sold out everywhere. They're very popular. They're $50. We're going to be getting a lot more of these in. So stay tuned on our website. It has the IC2 connector on it already. So it's the same one that's on the stock speed control. So you could basically, it's ready to just install and basically use the stock battery, which is really convenient and fantastic. Now we reused the stock pinion. There was no need to upgrade the pinion. And then because you're replacing the stock motor and speed control as seen here, you need a Fury Tech. It's an ESC servo mount. It's really cheap, very inexpensive. Number 2582, it's on the website, you could grab it. We went with Badlands tires. We know Proline is one of the best companies when it comes to engineering for RC products. So we went with their tires. They're made in the USA. Absolutely phenomenal. They have really stiff foams and their rubber is very grippy. Even though it's grippy, like I said, this was not geared to be a wheelie monster. When you give throttle, it takes off very smoothly and will not wheelie aggressively at all. The other thing that we're really excited to announce is Proline made specific shocks designed for this car. Shocks and springs really helps the suspension, and it keeps the car flat. It lowers the center of gravity, and the cool thing about this is it comes with a whole plethora of springs with different rates. On this particular car, we put a little bit stiffer springs in the front because, as you know, these little tiny cars are very twitchy when they're going fast, and we wanted to dial that twitchiness out of it. So the back, we sprung a little bit on the softer side, and the front was a little bit more aggressive, a little stiffer. It really makes for a great drive. The car really doesn't want to flip over. It handles absolutely sublime. It's really good. These items are not expensive. For the shocks, you get all four. It's $39.99. We'll put the links below if you want to order it. And then the Badlands tires also we have in stock. We'll put the link below. 4 in a bag for $36.99. It's a very good deal. So this car, like I said, it doesn't drive like a typical micro car or Grom. When you basically put a brushless motor in it, it's not going to be overpowered, and it's not going to feel like a little car. It drives like a big car because we tuned it that way. And like I said before, as we start, we make more and more of these builds for our customers. We really take the time to tune them and make them really unique and very interesting to drive. This is a very, if you have the money and you have a Granite Grom sitting in your closet and you want to upgrade it, this is a very compelling setup here. Now, all 4 shocks are the same size. For the rears, we just left the spring that came on the shock. We left this on there, and it's basically perfect for the rear. And then for the front, we went with a shorter stock that's a little stiffer. It basically gave an even front to back stance, and also it stiffened up the front. So again, it's not going to be twitchy. This is a red coated spring right here. We definitely recommend that you use these 2 springs, and the car is going to drive phenomenal. Like I said, the motor is a 4,600 kV. It works perfect on a 2S battery. You can run 3S on this, but I don't recommend it. The design really wasn't this car really wasn't made for 3S, in my opinion. It's just going to fall apart. But on 2S, that's actually really durable and really fun. If I was to guess at how fast this was going, I would say it's going to be about 40 miles an hour. Now, to make the car even more stable, we went with a TSM radio, a TQI radio and receiver. If you're going to put the TQI in here, you have to make sure to use a full foam pad to actually put this down. You can't have any movement in the receiver since the gyro is in it. If you own Traxxas vehicles where you have the radio already, you could just buy the receiver and sync it to the radio. I think you're going to be able to put over 20 cars on each radio, and they auto recognize the car every time you start each one up, which is really cool. But all in all, this is a great setup. We left the stock servo. We thought it was adequate. We also didn't want to overdo it on the build with money. We wanted to keep it as cheap as possible. I'm going to be offering this edition. We're going to call it the Longo edition. And this is going to be available on our website to buy as a package. I can put it together for you. And you could really go on the website, order it, and probably get it in about 2 to 3 weeks since it's a custom build anyway. Thank you so much for joining us on this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, call Mark at 1-800-470-8932. Email marc@parkflyers.com if you want us to build you one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.